It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, I might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor?
Wyatt, what are you doing?
Oh, just reading.
You don't know how to read.
I know how to read.
Yeah, what did I say?
Misster RMHS, 7 p.m.
7 p.m.? It's 7:05 right now. It says, dinner reservations, RMHS.
We gotta go.
We gotta get out of here.
First rule of surviving high school is going to all your senior events. See? It says it right here.
Come on.
Hey, yo, Will, you going to the dinner tonight?
Isn't it right now?
Yeah, it's right now. Like, we gotta go.
Matt?
Yeah, Mikey?
Where's the tickets?
Oh, they're right here. I drew them in magic marker.
You were supposed to get actual tickets at lunch.
Dude, I will.
Dude, it's opening night.
I see the problem.
Well, do ya?
Look, I can just buy tickets at the door.
It's sold out. Hopefully. Besides, we have dinner in just 5 minutes.
Jeez.
Because she's nuts. It's social norms, Jerry. When she walks in the room, it's just about social norms. When you walk in the room, you can't do this. When you walk in the room, you can't do that. What do you do? How do you do it? I can't put up with this pressure anymore. I'm going to break up with her. It's too much pressure. Hey, Jerry, guys, I just found the best idea to make money, all right? What's that? We're going to go. You're going to run a bank, man. You can't run a bank. You don't understand. You don't know how much money they keep in there. So much money. Jerry, what are you doing eating it? We have reservations. We need to go now. Come on, let's go. Come on.
You just gotta learn to read. It's embarrassing at this age.
Look at this, Jerry. Check this, Jerry. Listen. You're the very left hand. Brother, we're here, brother! Oh my goodness!
I really don't know what's going on.
We're definitely late.
Everyone, please hold hands and bow your heads with me so we can say grace. Dear Heavenly Mr. RMHS, please help us to have an amazing competition, and please help the best contestant to win. Amen. Amen. All right, boys, let's eat.
Oh, yeah. Come here, you! Get it! Get all of it! Oh, my finger! Take it all, big boy, take it all!
What are you boys doing? We're gonna be late for the show. We're gonna be late for the show. Get up! Now!
Are we ready for this?
No.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
on such a special evening. My name is Marina Gennari. And my name is Kayla Jose. We will be your hosts for the evening. For those of you who aren't familiar with Misster RMHS, it is the perfect opportunity for our fellow students to get on stage and make a fool of themselves. Yes, Kayla, in fact, it reminds me of the talent shows in elementary school. You know, gathering on the cafetorium floor, sitting crisscross applesauce, cringing while watching the embarrassment unfold on stage in front of you and just waiting to go home. Why, I most certainly do know, Marina. Want to know what else it reminds me of? Oh, more examples? Please go on. Why, it reminds me of those Parker middle school years. Anybody here from Parker? Anybody? So you can imagine cramping up into the auditorium balcony where you can't even see the stage from, trying to imagine what the act looks like as you listen to it fall apart. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight you will be able to experience just that, but with the severe case of ADHD. Very, very severe. Folks, tonight is the night full of excitement, comedy, and cringe. It's a perfect opportunity for us to sit back, relax, and forget all about those everyday stressors, such as school, homework, college rejection, crippling depression, the fact get a load of this one. The fact that we have all peaked in high school and we have the false reality that somehow college will be the solution to our sadness, but in reality, it's only another distraction for our endless misery, you know? Okay, are you alright, baby? I don't know. Yeah, no, let's talk about this after the show. Yeah. No, let's get back. Yeah, alright. So if you could please silence your cell phones, limit your jewel breaks to at least 500 feet away from school property, and get ready for the night of your lives. Enjoy the show! Now that we have your attention, we can finally settle down into the show. Before we introduce tonight's contestants, we would like to quickly introduce our judges, starting off with the lovely Mrs. Najmi. Up next, we have everybody's favorite Italian, Signor Benaghi. America's sweetheart, Mrs. Lynch DeSorbo. Someone who I wouldn't personally know because I've been in the lowest level math class for as long as I can remember, Mrs. DeStala. And lastly, head of our English department, Mrs. Williams. A special thank you to the judges for giving up your Friday night to be here with us. For those in the audience who have never been to Misster RMHS in the past, like ourselves, don't worry, we're going to break it down for you. First off, we start by introducing our contestants and their sashes that they most likely threw together 15 minutes before the show. Keep in mind that this section is completely separate from the acts that you'll be seeing later tonight. After the costumes, the contestants will dress up as... After the sashes is costumes, where the contestants will dress up as characters or people just to warm you guys up a little bit before their big act. Or maybe it's there just to fill the time. Yeah, we're not really sure. Let it be known that this also has no correlation whatsoever with the act. Okay, Marina, we've said too much. If you don't get what's happening at this point, I really can't help you. You're right, let's bring out the boys and their sashes. Now let's meet our first bachelor, I mean contestant. What is your name, sir?
I'm Mr. Invisible Ink.
And you, sir?
Mr. Clean.
And what about you, handsome?
Howdy y'all, me Western Wheel.
Hey, sweetheart, what about you?
Mr. Forgetful.
And what about you?
I'm Mr. Big.
All right, next up we have Act 2. Marina, you're hogging them all. Let me have a turn.
I'm Mr. Funny, and I'm here to tell a really funny joke. Road work ahead? Give me a second. I really hope that the road is working ahead.
How about you, cutie?
I'm Mr. Chin. I have an abnormally large chin.
Is your name as handsome as the last boy?
It's better. It's Mr. Uncle Jemima. You guys might know my wife.
And how about you, sweetheart?
Mr. Worldwide, hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
Give it to me, sugar.
Mr. Steal Your Man, not the romantic sense I kidnap people.
And they always say leave room for dessert. And don't you look sweet? What's your name, baby?
Mr. Handsome Little Boy.
All right, let's give it up for our contestants in their sashes. Now that we've gotten that over with, let's see our contestants in their costumes. Starting us off for Act 1 is Riley Doe as Abe Lincoln.
Score in 17 years, but it feels great to be alive again, and in my favorite place of all, the theater. Oh, come here.
I love this one.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Let's get at it.
Yeah, it's not that great.
Isn't it so nice to see some old pals getting back together again? It's so nice to see John Wilkes shooting his shot once again. Next up, we have Gary Shore Jr. as Gary. Makes me tear up to this very day, Marina. We truly grew up with some bangers off that show. To lighten the mood, next up is Will Hattery as Coach Vio.
Shafungi, Shafungi. What's up, everybody? My name's Mr. John Fiore. All right. I'm here to tell you what it's all about to be in Mr. RMHS. Notice that amazing coloring. My sisters did it. First, what you need, it's heart, baby. You need heart to be in Mr. RMHS. That's what I tell the boys every Friday night. You need heart. Yeah. Next up. You need balls, baby. You gotta have balls to be on the stage. They belong to Mr. RMHS. That's what it's about.
Will be able to see that Coach Fiore is a reoccurring theme of Will's performances tonight. And please, folks, Coach Fio approved all of this, so you're allowed to laugh. Next up, we have Michael Lane as Mr. Mooney. This next costume does not need much of an introduction. Here is Wyatt Midnight as Magic Mike. was unexpected. Indeed, but yet I'm still satisfied. Moving on to Act 2, we have Matt Delaney as Flannel Man. Well, I guess it is Friday. I mean, is that the joke? Is that the joke? Did we miss the joke? I don't know. Oh my god, I think we missed the joke. Let's just move on to the answer. Up next is Alejandro Vaccarano as Roller Skating Fez. That 70s show is and always will be such a classic. And his legs look great in those shorts, am I right? Next up, we have Nassim Saheb as Aladdin. When he picks you up on a magic carpet, am I right? And he takes you to a whole new world. The next costume is Micah McHugh as a back flipper.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see is not for the faint of heart nor the weak of spirit. Don't worry, I'm protected, but don't try this at home. I will be performing a backflip.
One cool costume. Yup. Wanna know who else is cool? This substitute teacher, straight out of Italy, coming at you with some street knowledge. Next up is Ronan as Mr. Stromboli.
Your normal teacher isn't going to be here today, or tomorrow, or the month after that. We're going to start a new lesson on the forces of nature, namely thunder and lightning. Start laughing!
Wow, what a man. Since we're so good with segues, want to know who's a real man? Please welcome our baby, Will Keating, as his beautiful self. Let's have a final round of applause for our contestants in their stellar costumes. Now that you all are half asleep, let's get into the main course, the act. To start us off in Act 1 is a man who will answer the questions every angsty teen has been itching for. Please put your hands together for Riley Doe.
Good evening. I've finally done it. I've discovered the perfect way to become popular. It took 4 years of high school, but it's finished and that's what matters. The sad thing is, I'm graduating in a few months and I won't need it. So I'm passing it on to you. Tonight, I'm going to teach you all you need to know to become the coolest kid at RMHS. So, behind me is a PowerPoint. I made this on my mother's computer, and it's going to become your Bible. It'll go over everything that you need to know to become the most popular student at RMHS. So, I couldn't think of a cooler way to get started than by looking at some vocab. So, all these definitions might be a bit overwhelming, all 2 of them, but just think about it for a second. What makes someone popular? They have friends, their classmates love them, their teachers love them, the ladies love them, the gents might love them too. This PowerPoint is for everybody. So at this point you might start thinking, popularity sounds tough. I don't even know where to start. But I've got you covered, bro. This PowerPoint covers 3 topics. And if by the end of this PowerPoint you aren't any cooler, then I really don't know what to tell you. So, first up is appearance. In order to be popular, you have to look popular. That's half of the battle, really. If you respect yourself, people will respect you in return. So to become one of the cool kids, you're gonna have to look at your diet, your wardrobe, and your hygiene. So, to start off, make sure you're eating right. At RMHS, we eat a lunch at a healthy time of 10:30 in the morning, which happens to be the best time. It's the best time to get some nutrition in. So, before we go further, I want to clarify something. We're not going into the lunchroom to start a fight, okay? You're here to eat. What are you, in prison? You can't earn respect by fighting the biggest guy in the lunchroom. You'll get suspended. At school, it'll be much easier for you to become the biggest guy in the lunchroom. So if you want to get fast results, buy 4 bags of Doritos and some chocolate milk. That's going to be your lunch from now on. So, next up, pay attention to how you dress. For starters, I would just recommend taking all your clothes and throwing them away. These clothes are boring. Instead, I would switch to an all-neon wardrobe. With this, you can stand out in the hallways and blind people at night. Just try not to cause too many accidents, though. So, if neon isn't for you, don't worry, there are other options out there. You can wear your hood up all the time, you can wear a hat on backwards, you can try both if you want. Either way, these are lower commitment options. The point of wearing neon is that it's eye-catching. So, if you want fast results, then you should just dress like a yellow highlighter. So moving on to the third part, hygiene is pretty straightforward. Make sure you get some exercise and just generally take care of yourself. So, if you need help with this, I'll let you in on an idea that I came up with. So, what I do is set goals that I know I can reach, and then I up the difficulty. So maybe you'll do 10 push-ups a day, and then 20. And then by the end of the week, you're doing 50. But this isn't only for exercise. You can use it on anything. So, if you're worried you're gonna forget about this, I would recommend setting a calendar, right? So, I set aside 1 day every week to brush my teeth. I'll shower when I have the time, but I found that it's more efficient to take a can of Axe body spray and just use it until you pass out. So, from here on out, as you take care of yourself, you get a lot of freedom. You can get a haircut that shows the world that you mean business. Or you can try growing out your facial hair. It's really all up to you, so just try to have some fun with it, alright? So now you know how to look good, but it's time to learn how to act good too. So I'd recommend to start making a name for yourself. So you want to be the person known for something. The cool guitar player, sure. The star of the track team, go for it. The scary kid on Main Street who can climb up walls? Why not? So, the specific thing you're known for is really up to you, but having a gimmick in general will make it easier for people to remember you. And with this, it'll help you get nicknames, and as we all know, the more nicknames you have, the cooler you are. So, as an example, I get called plenty of names, and I'm quite popular. But it isn't enough to just get people to know you. You have to get people to like you too. So, you can start by being funny. Never leave home without a few jokes. You'll never make friends if you can't approach anyone, and you'll need something to make it worth their while. So, here's what you want to do. Google jokes. Learn a few good ones, and then in the hallway, stop people dead in their tracks and tell them a joke. If they don't like it, tell them another, and then another, and they'll laugh eventually. So do this to about 50 or 60 people, and it'll just do wonders for your reputation. So, third thing, enthusiasm. Make sure you smile all the time, no matter what. Always be the optimist. So we can practice for a second. Let's say the school burns down. So, we have to find the bright side. At least the scary masks in the library are gone. So now that we've got this covered, remember to be polite too. So one way you can be polite, you can just start making small talk. You can find some conversation starters online. So if you can read these, you'll notice that they're all questions. So I've deducted that asking questions is the best way to get people to like you. So ask as many as you can until you start interrogating them, and then you should stop. So from here, you can move on to polite gestures. So you can hold the door open for someone. You can leave an apple on the teacher's desk. You can say no offense before insulting someone. You get the idea. So respect is like the finishing touch your personality needs to become the most beloved thing at RMHS. So if you couple that with your humor and enthusiasm, you're going to be going places as long as you don't fail out of school. So this brings us to part 3. You can't be popular in high school if you get kicked out, so that's why grades, in a way, are an important part of being cool, because it's what keeps you around. So, if this isn't your thing, don't worry. I've got some tricks that'll make things easier. So let's go over some studying tips. So by a mile, the best way of studying for a test is by cheating. So first, let's go over some of the classic cheating methods. Then we'll look at some of the cooler, more creative ones that'll get you popular. So, the big 3, I would say, are writing on your arm, putting the notes in your calculator, and copying off the kid next to you. So, there are plenty of other ways to cheat, and I'm sure you could make a case for any of them to be up there. But if you want to spice up things, or become the king of Misster RMHS, you're going to want to spice up the cheating methods a little bit. So, after all, at RMHS, we're about going above and beyond. So, I'm about to show you 3 advanced cheating methods. But keep this in mind. If too many people use these, then the secret's gonna get out, and then the fun's over for everyone. So, what you learn here doesn't leave this auditorium. And I'd like to ask the judges to just cover their eyes and ears for this next part. So, let's get started. Number 1 is called the switcheroo. You want to forge a classmate's handwriting, and then when they're not looking, you switch your test out for theirs, and with any luck, they won't notice. So number 2 is called the class trick. If you're stuck in your test, you can untie your shoes and go up to blow your nose. And then, as you walk by the fire alarm, you want to trip, and then pull it by mistake. So, if you stay behind once your class leaves, you're going to get a look at the answer key. Number 3 is called Rats All, folks. So, go to Petco and buy a rat. What I like about this option is that it's versatile. You can jot some equations down in the rat's fur. If you want to ask your friend for help, you can put a sticky note on the rat and pass it back. But if you really find yourself stuck, you can just set the rat loose. And in the panic, no one will notice if you go on your phone and get some answers. So as long as you don't use the same trick a million times, and as long as you're subtle, you shouldn't get caught cheating, and you'll get straight A's. And I encourage you to cheat with some of your own ideas too. That'll get you far. So if these creative ideas are too much for you, you're just gonna have to power through it. There are no shortcuts to becoming cool. There are no shortcuts to cheating on tests either. So, with that, I've taught you everything I know. You've graduated and you're ready to become the most likable person at school. So as long as you remember to look good, be polite, and cheat with style, you'll be the best person in no time.
Next up, doing some stand-up comedy, we have Gary. No, Marina, he wanted hype stuff, remember? Oh, how could I forget? Cue the music. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcoming Gary Shore Jr.
Thank you. That's such a warm reception for someone who has never done stand-up comedy before. I'm going to disappoint you. I'm sorry, it's the way it is. No, but it's interesting, because when I was elected onto the show, asked to do the show, I was deciding what to do, you know? I was like, hey, maybe I should do stand-up comedy. So I started asking around. I started asking people I know, and everyone pretty much. And I was like, hey, guys think I should do stand-up comedy? And they were like, absolutely not. You're not funny enough. Don't do it. You're gonna make a fool of yourself. And I said, well, thanks. But, you know, then I started asking the other contestants in the show, and they built up my ego, you know? I was like, hey, you guys think I should do stand-up comedy? And they were like, absolutely. You're hilarious. You're amazing. But now that I see that I'm up here, and the rest of them in slideshows and videos, does that make me dumb and them smart? Probably. You know, I saw it coming in rehearsal, you know? I saw it weeks in advance, and you're probably wondering, Gary, if someone told you to jump off a bridge, would you do it? Seeing that everyone done videos, and I still went through with it. But, you know what? To answer your question, it depends on the person, you know? If our gym teacher, Miss Nelson, said, Gary, I think you should jump off a bridge, I'd say, no thanks, Miss Nelson. I'm good. If my own mother said, Gary, I think you should jump off a bridge, I'd say, I'm all set, Mom. It's okay. The one person I would totally jump off a bridge for would be Matthew McConaughey. If he came up to me and he said, free will is just an illusion, I drive a Lincoln. Gary, I think you should jump off a bridge. I'd say, yes, Daddy, and I'd go do it. No, but it's crazy. We graduate in 3 months, and we are out of school in 2. That is crazy. And after that, everything is new again, you know? And this has prompted me to enter a period of self-reflection, you know? I'm thinking about myself and my peers and, you know, the achievements we've made, the long list of achievements we didn't do, as well as my own personality, you know? Because when I go to college, I want to be the best version of myself. So this is leading me to try to build up my weaknesses and fortify my strengths, you know? One of my weaknesses, however, is relationships. I'm truly terrible at relationships. Never for a second have I been good about relationships. Never once, no. See, I miss the good old days when, you were in 3rd grade, and all you had to do, it was really easy, all you had to do was go up to a girl you thought was cute, and you'd say, hey, I'll give you a piece of my cookie if you date me. And then she said, goo goo gaga, and you went and ate quarters together. It was very, very easy. Very easy. But now that I am 18, the game has changed. It is very, very, very complex. But the easiest way for me to think of it is to break it into 2 categories. Desirable and undesirable. Very, very easy. 2-step plan. Now, someone who is desirable is like your crush or Channing Tatum. All of those things are desirable. Someone that is undesirable is the vast majority of people. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. And at least 30% of the audience right now is thinking, look, I'm totally desirable. You're not. I'm sorry. That's the way it is. It's just the way it is. And if you don't believe me, I'll give you an example. think about the beach. How many times have you been to the beach and you said, wow, all of these people look amazing. They look amazing. Never once. That's never crossed your mind. Now, in realistic sense, if you go to the beach, about 5% of the people look amazing, okay? That leaves 95%. 95% of flab popping out of places flab shouldn't pop out of. 95% of hair all over. 95% of too small bikinis. And 95% of the worst invention of all time, Speedos. Good God, that is not desirable. And you're probably wondering, Gary, where do you get off? How can you just go shame all these people at the beach when you yourself, we can see right through you, you're so pale? You know what? I know I'm a glass of milk. I know I am Casper the Friendly Ghost. I know all these things. But the difference between the people that go to the beach and myself is I just don't go to the beach. So I don't show off my fatal flaws to everyone else, you know? But, you know, it's also really easy to tell who is desirable and undesirable when you walk into a party, you know? Like, when someone desirable walks into a party, everyone else who's already at the party goes, oh my God, look how amazing he looks. He is awesome. The Messiah himself has blessed us with his presence. I want to be that guy. That is generally the response. And then it's usually like attractive girl, hip by hip, you know? It's very easy for a desirable person when they walk into a party. But for an undesirable person such as myself, the response is not like, oh my God, he's amazing. It's more like, why? You know, you didn't have to come, you know? And instead of like attractive girl, it's rejection and loneliness. And then I run home to my mom, and when she says, Gary, I think you should jump off a bridge, I say, absolutely, Mom. Absolutely. Now, but let's say someone who is undesirable manages to just get into the party, all right? And you see a cute girl, and you're like, hey, I want to shoot my shot. Well, you've got to be able to get her attention. And this is a tricky thing, you know? One thing you can do is you can go over there and you can just like fake out and be like, oh my goodness, oh, I'm sorry, little bump. And the key there is it's only one bump, because if you do more than one bump, you're inching closer to assault. You need to stop right there. Now that you've gotten her attention, it is very important that you keep the attention through dialogue, you know? You can't go up there and be like, I like your face. It's weird. You can't do it. Not at all. You also can't go over and be like, wow, you smell good. Is that Olay deodorant? You can't do it. It's weird. You can go over there with some one-liners, maybe like break the ice. It might come off a little bit weird at first, but like if you go over there and you're like, I'm addicted to prescription glasses, or I never knew my stepladder, then you're breaking the ice with some humor. Or you can go over there and be like, hey, that's a nice sweatshirt. Did you get it from Hollister? Was it on sale? I don't know. Something more normal than that, you know? But, you know. I also work at Starbucks, so like, to improve my game, you know, there's like the whole Starbucks barista girl dynamic there, you know? You can try your luck through your job, right? You know, like one strategy I've attempted before is like, if you're like, if a girl comes up and she's like, hey, can I get a caramel macchiato? You'd be like, write your name on the cup, and you'd be like, sure thing, good luck, and slide it across the counter. Very easy. But there's danger, okay? Because when I get tired at work, I lose my attention. You know, I stop thinking about what I'm doing. Stop paying attention. People ask for drinks, I need to ask them 20 times, like, what the drink is. I'm not gonna be able to memorize it. My worst nightmare is if a girl comes up and she says, can I get a caramel macchiato? And I say, sure thing, good looking. And she says, I'm 12. I'd say, oh no. The dad's in the back like, you, why, or at least, that's reaction would be. It would be kind of weird if he was just like, go on. Listen, I don't want people to think I'm creepy, you know? I'm just there to make coffee and maybe get a day, you know? I don't want people to think of me as like, zip zap boo boo bop, I take and put a white thing in the drink and I make you fall asleep. Shut up, my family. Thank you. Good night.
Now, don't you just feel good about yourself? I sure do. Remind me to never go to the beach with Gary. But Marina, he said it himself. He doesn't go to the beach. But we all know it's because they don't make sunscreen that strong. Next up, folks, we have Farmer Will Hattery exploring the very exciting land of Indiana.
Thank y'all coming down here. Came out from Indiana 5 years ago. Show you how to milk a cow.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's not supposed to be allowed out of the barn. He doesn't know what to be around people. He spent an entire life in his barn. Please, here, take the corn. Take the corn. There you go, sweetie. There you go. All right. Whew, I'm sorry. Whew, they said we couldn't say that. It's too much. Hi, Betsy. Hi there, sweetheart. Hi. This is Betsy, everybody. It's Betsy the cow. Damn. So yeah, that was Farmer Cletus. He doesn't know how to interact with people. He doesn't know what he's doing. He spent that's his best friend. That cow is his best friend. He spent his entire life with that cow. But yeah, Betsy, get on. Just go. Bye. All right. Well, howdy, folks. I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself. My name is Farmer Will. I'm from the middle of nowhere, Indiana. I traveled a long way to be here with you today. 15 hours in a pickup truck with hay and this guy and corn. It was good. Can I have a bite? Thank you. Now, like I was saying, pleasure to be here. Thank you for all coming. Really appreciate that. But coming to England, it's surprising to see that you guys have so many people. There's what, 25,000 people in this town and like what, 2 cows? Indiana, it's like 100 people and like 5,000 cows. So what I thought I'd do for all of you is I would bring a little bit of my homeland to you guys. So on the video screen behind me, you will get to see a wonderful video of Hattery Farm. Now let's move on over and let's watch that video. Thank you, everybody.
Howdy! I'm Farmer Will.
I'm Farmer Cletus. I'm Farmer Doug.
This here is Hattery Farms. What we have right here, a couple of grain bins. That one's got grain, that one's got grain, that one's got grain. It all goes in there, and it goes in the semi. And then what we do with that is we bring it to places and we give it to the cows and the piggies. This here's where we keep the cows. This one right here is Betsy. Hi, Betsy. Hi there. Hi, sweetheart. Those ones over there, Betsy. All cows are named Betsy. That's Coach Fio. Everyone else, Betsy and Coach Fio. Yes, sir. Hi, Betsy. Hi, sweetheart. Let's go on. This here's the barn. It's where we sleep. We sleep with the cats and we sleep with the cows. This here, Ass's pillow.
That's my pillow.
It's a raking skull.
It's a raking skull.
That's my pillow.
This here's the silo. Come on in.
One time kids got up in there so good and they got up in there and them down in there.
What we do here is we got grain in these here silos, and it comes on down right through this little plastic tube here.
On a conveyor belt right here.
Go like this.
Conveyor belt.
It didn't work. The
Doesn't work down there
electricity's
good.
out.
Please gotta go down and fix that.
The grain will go out there in the corn, and the cows will eat it. And then we eat them, and then we gain weight.
It's called life cycle.
Here's my hay barrels. We have dance parties on them.
No, that's a lie. We don't have dance parties on them at all.
This here's the Hattery tractor barn. Now this here fine piece of machinery is called a combine. And what we do with this nice piece of machinery is we drive around in the fields and we sweep up all the little bits of corn. Let's go. This here's my mom and pa's house where I was conceived. This here's our miniature hog pen. That's hog crap. We killed the hog and we ate it. Let's go. This here's the Hattery swing set. I spent many a summer night swinging on this here swing set.
Right there's to the left about 50 yards. I went down there to Cletus right down there. I did that 5 times right down there.
This here's the old Hattery hog shed. There's not much left because Kyle farted up a tornado and it exploded. Because like hogs and gas, Kyle's farting. Also, that there, that's the only road in Indiana because we're in the middle of nowhere. Let's go. This here's the Hattery junk pile. We keep all of our old personables in this here pile. That right there that Cletus is shitting on, that was his old favorite tractor.
Down there in 5 yard down there came up and bit me in the neck. I can't even understand now. That cornfield right there. I went down to Gilbert and got me some of that.
Also, that's Farmer Kostos Greek Farika. That's his little patch of land over there. We don't like them. No, sir, we do not. There's a tornado warning. This here, that's my safe space. I come here when Cletus and Doug are pissing me off. And when the day comes that they piss me off a little bit too much, this here oil barrel's where their body's gonna end up. Let's go. As a farm here in America, we like to shoot off fireworks, and that's exactly what we're gonna do when we get back from the big city. We're leaving Hattery Farms for the afternoon. We're going to the big city. Let's go, boys.
11 minutes later.
Nah, we're just a dog run around at
Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah, I know. We're from Boston. The speed, they don't change as much though, so it's just kind of just getting used to it.
Yeah, but the speed limit signs in Boston, the exact same in Indiana, bro.
No, I mean like the
United States.
Yeah. No, I mean the change, like just from like 25 to 55. Yeah, I know. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Have a good trip, man.
You too. Thank you. Okay, now that we're on our way to the big city, we have to do a few things. Number 1, shopping. Number 2, eating. Number 3, some football. Number 4, some basketball. Number 5, eating. And number 6, some asking a very Theo-related question to some people. What a man. Picture, and the first word that comes to mind, just say it, alright?
I got you.
Creepy. Excuse me, you two? Is this guy hot or not?
No.
That guy's pretty hot. He's pretty hot? Hey, there you go. I just say it, alright?
I don't know this guy.
You know, just first word, like, look at him, what comes to mind?
What's he look like? He looks professional, probably someone government-wise or going to an interview.
There you go, he's a football coach. Awesome, thank you. Picture, and the first word that comes to mind, just say it, alright?
Okay. Creepy. Yeah.
Creepy? Nothing. Nothing? Just nothing? Alright, thank you, that's all.
Lawyer.
Lawyer?
Ooh.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
Doesn't really have a lot of hair, which isn't a problem, but...
See, I say he looks like Bruce Willis. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna show you a picture, and your first impressions of it, just say it, alright?
He's clearly a high school football coach. He's probably got a couple rings. Just incredible strategic prowess over his competitors. He's definitely got a really incredible voice. That's what he probably sounds like. Yeah. Something like that, probably.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Of course.
Jesus Murphy.
Theo. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed Hattery Farms. I know no other way than to say goodbye with a firework.
In the big city. I especially love those form-fitting overalls. I might need to get me a pair. Now, for those of you waiting for the newest Marvel movie to come out, here's a little something to hold you over. Introducing Michael Lane.
RMHS is facing a crisis like it has never faced before. Budget cuts. We know that. We know that we spent like $1 billion on our new library. Now we have nothing in Reading. Absolutely nothing. They threatened us with taking away foreign language, but they took away something far worse. Curly fries. RMHS curly fries. And now what are we left with? Those weird little potato balls that you just throw like 3 of them.
Michael, you seem kind of down. What's on your mind?
Mr. Hatton, I don't know what to do. You know, I really just want some curly fries, but I talked to the lunch people, and you know what? RMHS took them away. I don't know what to do. They said that there's no money in the budget for them. I don't know what to do.
Mikey, I think I know what you need.
Mr. Hatton, what are you talking about?
Mikey, if you can collect the 6 Infinity Stones of RMHS and snap your fingers, then half of RMHS will be gone. And with
half of RMHS gone, the school budget will finally be able to bring back those curly fries.
Huh. Neat.
Hey, Jeremy. Oh, hey, Michael.
Jeremy, I gotta ask you, what are you doing out here in the middle of February with a football?
Well, you see, Michael, I'm getting ready for next season. Grind never stop.
Ah, I understand. Hey, what's that you got right there?
You see, Michael, we call this a football. It may be referred to as a pigskin also. It's the ball that we use to play the game. It's kind of important.
Hey, Jeremy, you mind if I take a quick look at that?
You know, Michael, I actually do mind.
I mean, I really don't think that there's any issue with me taking this. I mean, personally, I just do a little. Thank you so much for that, Jeremy. You know, I'm just gonna take this and kind of head out.
You know, Michael, I really don't appreciate you doing that. Can you give me that back?
Hey, don't even worry about it. Here, I'm just gonna go right now. Just don't even worry. Shoot. Hey, Phoebe.
Hey, Michael Lane, what's happening?
You know, not much. What about you, Phoebe? What's going on here?
Just drama things. I mean, I'm just making sure that everybody has all the information they need for our upcoming show. Don't touch that dial.
Phoebe, y'all mind if I just snag this for a quick second?
Anything for you, Michael Lane.
Aw, thanks.
Michael, I hope you don't mind me asking, but what are you doing with that?
Oh, Phoebe, don't you mind me. I'm just gonna make half of RMHS disappear so I can get some curly fries. You know, have a great rest of your day.
I don't know if that's something you should be doing.
Mr. Lane, I didn't expect to see you around here at this time of day.
Ron, what are you doing? There's nobody here.
Well, you see, Mr. Lane, that may be true, but to be a drum major requires a great deal of both physical and mental power. So I was getting myself nice and trained so I can be as powerful as possible.
See, it doesn't seem like, drum major is that difficult.
Mr. Lane, you stop talking this moment. I've spent more than 100 hours in this organization and I am proud of it. And let me tell you, you don't have half the mental strength that I do. You don't have half the physical strength that I do. And frankly, compared to me, you're nothing.
You want to bet? Give me the hat and I'll do it right now.
You know what, Michael? You know what? All right. You can have a try. Well, clearly, I'm still the drum major, and Michael Lane is a major stupid head.
Yo, Jeff, that was a great run we just had. Dude, yeah, I know, right? Like, as members of Reading Track, dude, like, the times mattered, man. Dude, that's why I got, all of these watches, dude. So, I can have the most accurate time ever. Jeff, that is so dumb. You know what? Shut up! I don't even want to talk about this, okay? Don't judge my watches, all right?
This is so stupid.
Michael, what do you think of these watches?
Mr. Hatton, I've been collecting a bunch of these stones, but I just can't find this final one. The soul stone? I don't know where it is.
Mikey, the soul stone is very different. It requires a sacrifice of the thing that you love the most.
Oh, hey, Mikey, what's going on?
Connor, I'm so sorry.
Sorry for what, dude?
Connor, I'm so sorry. I need to bring the curly fries back. There's no other way.
Mikey, what are you talking about? Mikey, what's that?
With this device, I can just snap my fingers and I'll bring curly fries back. Half of RMHS will disappear, but it has to happen. It wasn't an easy decision, but the hardest choices require the strongest wills.
Mikey, that seems kind of stupid. Can't you just get curly fries at Burger King? I don't think you understand.
I'm the only one that understands!
Mikey, it's gonna be alright, buddy.
Sorry, Connor.
Mikey, wait!
I'm sorry.
you have your hall pass?
One more.
All right, candle makers. Today in this meeting at the RMHS Candle Making Club, I'd like to commemorate Connor Simpson for his work that he calls the really big candle. Wait a minute, where is Connor?
Yeah, where is Connor? I have no idea.
Where's Matt?
Is he here? We need him.
Guys, what are you talking about?
He's coming! Over there!
Stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time. Having a good time. I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity.
Don't worry, fellas, I got this.
Passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky.
We're not prepared.
That's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a supersonic man out of you.
I got this.
Stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call.
Boys, I got this.
Having a good time. Stop. Yes, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all. I'm a rocket ship on
No.
my way to Mars.
Not the eyes.
I am a satellite. I'm out of control. I'm
Oh,
a sex
no.
machine ready to reload. Like an atom bomb about to explode. I'm burning through the sky. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I'm gonna make a supersonic woman of you. Don't stop me, don't stop me, don't stop me. Hey, hey, hey! Don't stop me, don't stop me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't stop me, don't stop me. Have a good time, good time. Don't stop me, don't stop me.
Michael, you gotta stop. Jeremy, I'm sorry, but you just can't stop me.
I can't, but he can. Mr. Hatton! Get him, Mr. Hatton! Yeah.
Michael, you gotta stop.
Never. But Mr. Hatton, why?
Michael, I hope you didn't take that seriously. Curly fries for half of RMHS? That just doesn't make sense. You should never have done this.
Well, Mr. Hatton, you should have gone for the head.
Oh!
Can't believe I called Mr. Hatton. What a good move. I'm so cool and smart. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay, let's go, Sewell. Yep, totally. Okay?
Oh, crap.
Eric, I don't feel so good.
You're alright, you're alright, you're alright.
I don't want to go.
Hey, you're not-
I don't want to go.
Hey, let's get
I
you
don't
down.
wanna go.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. No!
Oh my god. Oh, these curly fries are so good. Oh, that was so worth it. I'm so glad that I just made half of RMHS just disappear just for these curly fries. These are great, guys. Aren't these so good? Huh. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have wiped out half of RMHS just to get some curly fries.
Whoa, what happened?
I can't believe that just occurred.
You know what, guys? I'm sorry, I messed up. You know, the curly fries were special, but what's more special is my fellow friends here at RMHS.
It's all right, Mikey. We all love and forgive you.
You know what, Mike? I can't say I blame you. Those curly fries are scrumdiddlyumptious.
No, Michael, it's completely rational, man. You don't need to worry about it, dude. No, it's all right.
Michael, I don't know that I forgive you.
I'm sorry, but did you guys see the logo? That was good. Could have sworn I was at the movies, Marina. And suddenly I'm craving curly fries. Next up, we have a special treat for you all tonight. It's sure to lighten your hearts. Please welcome Wyatt Midnight. Wow, Kayla, what a lovely way to wrap up our first act with such a cheerful beat.
It sure was, Marina, but it made me wonder if they had to stretch for those high kicks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now be taking a 15-minute break, during which there will be refreshments out in Main Street, and
Also, if you too are interested in winning a prize tonight, be sure to buy some raffle tickets.
if you're more in the mood to relax, please kick back and enjoy a performance by the band Nothing for Now, featuring Rebecca Carmel.
See you again in Act 2 in 15 minutes.
Hello. How's everyone doing? Hi. It's great to see everybody. We are known as Nothing for Now. I did not pick that name. We love Joey. We're known as Nothing for Now. I did not pick that name, but that's what we're gonna roll with. We have a few songs for you guys for intermission, so that line is gonna be so long to use the bathroom, so you might as well stay. All right. Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water. Hey! And I think of all the things like what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I come home, now my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Woo! Valerie, And did you have to go to jail? Was your house on up for sale? Did you get a good lawyer? Hope you didn't catch a tail. Hope you find the right man who would fix it for you. Are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? Did you have to pay that fine that you was dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? That's right. Since I come home, well, my body's been messed, and I'm How about y'all give it up for Sabrina? Yeah. If you know the song, please help me. Cause you knew that I call you up. Go around every party in bed. Cause you knew that I'd be at one. Oh yeah. I know the dress is coming, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all up on what you expect. But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. You're just making sure I never get over you. Yeah, you just want attention. I know from the start. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Hey, I'm running around, trying to do what I want. Cause you knew that I'd call you up. Oh, now that right, you stand against your face. You already know that you are. Oh, I know that dress is crazy, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Now I'm all up on you. What you expect? You're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. You're just making sure I'll never get over you. Yeah, you just want attention. I know from the start. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Ooh, what are you doing? What are you doing now? What are you doing? What are you doing now? What are you doing? What are you doing now? What are you doing? What are you doing now? You know the dress is coming, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all up on you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Hey, you just want attention. I know from the start. You're just making sure I'll never get over you. Yeah, you. What are you doing? What are you doing now? What are you doing now? I know from the start, you're just making sure I'll never get over you. Yeah, you. Thank you, Sabrina. Come on, y'all better give it up for her. Yeah. We have 2 more songs for you. And this song that we're gonna sing right here, I know that each and every one of you know. So if you do know it, let me know that you know it by standing up and singing with me, please. Don't leave me alone, all right? Go ahead, guys. While we are having some technical difficulties, I'm gonna teach you guys the chorus, but I think you guys know it so well you'll be teaching me. You know I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I know that I want Jesse's girl. And I think you guys know the rest, so how about let's get this started. And she's loading with that body, I just know it. And he's holding her in his arms late at night. What? You know I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that? I go along with the charades. It doesn't seem to be reason to change. You know I feel so dirty when they start talking cute. I wanna tell her that I love her, but the point is probably moot. Cause she's watching him with those eyes, hey. And she's loving him with that body, I just knew it. And he's holding her in his arms late at night. You know I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that, like Jesse's girl? I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman? Hey, where can I find a woman like that? And I'm looking in the mirror all the time, wondering what she don't see in me. I'm funny, I'm cool with the right, and not the way I'm supposed to be. Y'all better give it up for Joe. I know y'all love him. Tell me, where can I find a woman like that? You know I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that, like Jesse's girl? I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I want Jesse's girl. For this last song, I'm gonna slow it down just a tad, but I know it's a bop, so I want to hear y'all snapping with me. Is that okay? Y'all hear that? Y'all okay with that? All right, I'm gonna bring Sabrina back out for this one.
To the left, everything you own in that box to the left, in the closet, that's my stuff, yes, if I fall. Please don't touch and keep talking that mess, that's fine. But you walk and talk at the same time, and it's my name that's on that tag. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Misster RMHS. Please settle down into your seats as we explain what is to come for the rest of the night. Shout out to the people in the back who think that we can't see them fooling around. We can see you. We know that you only come to the show to mess around in the back, but we can see you. Now that you've all seemed comfy in your seats, let's go straight into Act 2. Please welcome Matt Delaney.
Barely in this one though.
Man, I hate this class. All we ever do is engineering.
Probably shouldn't have taken intro to engineering. I wish we could just go back to a simpler time, you know? Like maybe middle school?
Yeah, dude, we should totally go visit Coolidge and talk to our old teachers.
I didn't go to Coolidge.
Matt, are you seriously gaming in class right now? You know what? Come see me after school.
Wow, get a load of this guy. Let's go. Finally finished the Hatton scene. Now we gotta record his chef.
Let's go. Mr. Chevry? Mr. Chevry? Dad? Matt, I don't think he's here.
Dude, what? You said he was gonna record today.
Hey guys!
Bobby, have you seen Mr. Chevry anywhere?
I don't know who Mr. Chevry is. I'm a freshman.
Oh, bonjour. Est-ce que tu voudrais être dans mon vidéo de Misster RMHS?
No.
Oh, hi. Would you, as a staff member, like to make a brief appearance in my Misster RMHS video?
No, thank you, but thank you for asking me.
Thank you.
She's
Mr. McSweeney! Would you be interested in being in my Misster RMHS video?
No.
Excuse me, are you a teacher at RMHS who would like to be in my Misster RMHS video?
I'm Eric.
Dude, why do none of the teachers want to film with us?
Wait, where's Jeremy?
Yes. Jeremy, where you been, guy?
I'm just filming a video with Mr. Chevry.
Are you serious? What? Dude, there's like no teachers in here.
Not up here.
Or in here. Dude, where did all the teachers go? It's like everyone just disappeared.
Yeah. Wonder where they could have gone. It's weird.
Alright, let's just go to my house and figure out some other ideas.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I like.
Dude, I'm totally screwed. None of the teachers want to be in my project, so I have no video to show. I'm gonna go up there and make a fool of myself.
You could do stand up.
That's a good joke if you think I'm funny, Jeremy. I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna say, school lunches. The beans could use some work. That's horrible.
How about a little PowerPoint making fun of all the kids in school?
I don't want to get suspended. Yeah, but, okay. So, dude, I have a great idea, right?
Jeff! Shut up!
You're the cameraman. Your opinion doesn't matter.
Oh my god, you get it together!
Alright, Matt, I got it. What if you do a project about how you have no project and none of the teachers want to work with you?
That's the worst idea yet, Jeremy. Come on.
All right, Matt, this might be a stretch, but you remember that one night you performed a rap song? How about that?
That one night I did a rap song?
Yeah, Young Sandwich.
Huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, our halftime show presented by Young Sandwich.
Delete that! Get that out!
Oh my God.
No! I can't! That night, the rap game chewed me up and spit me out. I can't go back!
Come on, Matt. It would be such a good idea. You're so good at rapping. It would be awesome.
Come on, man. You know I don't have the clout or the steez.
Matt, I've got just the thing. My father, Bartholomew Craven,
Party.
gave this to me when I was a young boy. He told me only to use it in my hours of need. I think the time has come. Oh.
Where am I? Tupac! Where are you?
Hello,
Matt Delaney.
It is I, world famous rapper Tupac, and I'm here to tell you that you can do it. You do have the clout, and you do have the steez to become a true rapper, much as myself.
I'm ready.
I gotta prove it right now for them to feel it. It was cool for a second, but now it might take a minute. Cause now I'm in the building, got and I'm about to kill it. I'm floating, I'm floating, I'm floating, I'm floating. I'm floating, I'm floating, I'm floating, I'm floating.
Alright, boys. Let's head out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Young Sandwich!
love me a man who could perform. And I love me a man in pain. No, Marina, it was salmon. Really, because I was gonna go with coral. I'm not really sure, but either way, he looked good. Yeah. But anyways, senior year is all about appreciating those around you and being able to focus on yourself. Friends may come and go, but it's hard letting yourself move on. Sometimes you need that last reunion. Next up, we have Alejandro Vaccarano.
I had a good friend once. He was my only friend. His name was Cody. Cody too. We were always together. You could say we were inseparable. And then he left. I was sad, scared, and confused. I didn't know why my best friend would ever leave me. He was my everything. He was my all. I'd spend nights alone thinking to myself of where he could have gone. Please, please help me find Cody too.
Yeah, so I'm super stuck for this Misster RMHS video or act. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I'm really stressing about this. I don't know. Oh, you dropped this. Cody too? I haven't seen him in a while.
No. No.
No. No. No. No. No.
Nose.
So we're here standing at Dunkin' Donuts. We're gonna talk to one of Cody's best friends, Cam, see if he has any idea where he is.
Very good.
Do you have any idea where Cody 2 is?
I have no clue. I would check the basketball courts.
Basketball courts, yeah?
Basketball courts.
When was the last time you saw him?
I haven't seen him in months.
So here at the YMCA basketball court, Cody loved to play around here. It's where legends were made. He considered himself to be one of the Y-ball legends. Let's see if he's here. Looking like another empty trip. I don't think he's here, but Matt Pepe knows him. Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Matt, have you seen Cody? I've been looking for him for a while.
No, I haven't seen him. Maybe Jonathan's already, Josh.
What? Have you seen Cody too?
Nah, but I mean, I took his great vibes.
Have you seen him since?
Yo, actually, I think I saw him at Walmart the other day.
Walmart?
Yeah.
Walmart.
I'll check there.
Okay, I will. Let's go. No luck here at the YMCA. We'll have to check somewhere else after this. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Excuse me.
Sorry. Franj?
What's up, man?
No way. Oh, Franji.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm
You know,
doing pretty good.
I'm actually looking for Cody. Cody too. Have you seen him?
I have not seen him lately, no. No.
Damn it. Well, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, man. Sorry, bro. Hope you
No,
find him.
Don't worry about it. We're here in Walmart, one of Cody 2's old stomping grounds. And just looking for him for the most part. And we'll see if we find him. Dapper? Oh my, I haven't seen you in a long time. What you got there? Spring sweet? It's pretty good.
Looking for a drink right now.
Drink? Oh, dude, ketchup's my favorite.
I'm more of a yellow mustard.
Yellow mustard?
Yeah.
I don't know, mustard's
Mustard and cheese.
It goes down easy.
Yeah, I've been looking for Cody for a while. Have you seen him at all?
I thought he was dead. My kid's dead.
Could he be dead? That would change everything. We're here in the streets of Reading looking for Cody too. What's that? Could that be him? Is that him? Cody? No, is that Cody?
Jeff, and what? What's up, Ollie? How you doing? I'm just kitted out, you know. Get the nice side bag, get the Carhartt beanie, triple black, you know, the nice white kick with the double cuff, you know. I'm taking my shoulder woods, you know.
Nice.
Nice.
I thought you were Cody. You kind of look like him a little bit. You remind me of him. I don't know why.
Any reason why?
No. I think it's just the shoes.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Alright, okay. Alright. Yeah.
Have you seen him, by the way? I've been looking for him.
I don't know. I haven't.
No? Okay. Good talk. Nice to see you. I'm standing here at Cody's house. Hopefully, maybe talk to his mom or someone. Find out where he really is. Here we go. No doorbell.
Hello?
I still haven't found Cody too. Excuse me? Cody, where have you been?
I'm not gonna lie, avoiding you.
That makes so much sense.
Buy my magazine!
Well, isn't that sweet? Want to know what's better than getting the boys back together? Getting the band back together. Up next, we have Nassim.
Yo, let's see. Is that you?
Yo, Pep Dog?
Yo,
Dude.
Yo, what's up?
We're cooking in the kitchen, bro.
Yo, it's been a couple years, huh?
Been a minute, dog.
Yo, like, you hungry or something? Like, you got any food?
Bro, I'm starving. What am I doing?
Oh, you just got that in your pocket like that?
Yeah, baby. You know what it is.
Yo, alright.
You gotta
Yo,
keep.
where
Yo.
you living nowadays, huh?
Bro, I'm living in the park outside. In the tube, you know? The green one?
No, I'm in the other one.
How
Yo,
have you not seen?
Yo,
So you don't have a lot of money, right?
Oh, I'm broke. Like,
Dude, it's not like the old days when we had those bills, those chicks.
I know. We used to be just
getting
swimming
lit every night
in ones. You know what I'm talking about?
How you doing? Well, yo, I have an idea.
Yo.
Where'd you go? Trying to get the boys back together, make a little change. Alright. I'm thinking you like it. From that, I think you like that idea.
The boys back.
Yo,
you mean you get the manager back?
The manager?
Big homie G?
Gustavo? You mean Big Gustavo Rock?
What?
Oh! So this is what we gotta do, alright? First, call Gustavo, because without him we can't do much.
Big facts.
Second, we gotta get the boys back together. And you know what comes after that?
What?
We get those bills.
I'm done with this. I've been chowing on this for like years now, dog.
Real fact though, who are we getting first? Where are they at? Where are the boys? Alright, yeah.
And I saw Ollie behind market basket, dog. I was just cruising through.
Alright, that's where we're going.
And I saw.
That's our first step. Let's go.
Bro, I'm not even 100% sure he's back here.
He better be.
It was a while ago. Oh wait, who's that? Who's that bum? Who's that bum just said?
Yo, who is this?
Yo, is that?
Ollie, dude?
Yo, Ollie!
Ollie, wake up!
Ollie!
Yo! Yo, what are you doing in the back of Marshall?
Dude, I'm chilling. I'm trying to catch a nap. Yo, you didn't have a jacket, bro? It's like -2 out here.
Dude, I'm chilling. You don't want my house back? This is warm. Yo, you already know that two's the spot, right?
Yo, that's what it
is.
You gotta go to McDonald's, bro.
Oh, yo, we have a proposal, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, what are you talking
Yo, we were thinking.
We get the boys back together.
Not again.
No, we need to do it again.
Can we? Do you think it's possible? Yo, you hate Luke, but that's what broke the band up. But it's gonna. we have.
We might have to get him back.
You down? We'll get Gustavo.
I'm down.
Let's go.
Let's get these Brad boys.
Let's eat. You know who we're gonna find here, though?
Dude, Devin, he's got to be here.
You know, I heard actually from an outside source, the Reading Rant, that there was a homeless man around here, and that has to be no other than Devin. We gotta get him.
We gotta find
our
him.
main dancer. Let's go.
Yo, it smells like smoke.
Yo, David!
See him? Yo, we're trying to get the boys back together. You in?
I don't know. I think we have to talk about this somewhere classy, warm. I'm in.
You think he's really gonna do this?
I don't think so, dude.
Let's just walk in.
You know,
Let's
just
just
get
who
it.
cares?
Gary!
Time to raid this adventure monster.
Let's open it. Just go in.
Wait.
That's what I'm doing. Yo, we just go downstairs.
Oh, he's gotta be down here.
Yo, I think he's in here.
Alright,
Just open it.
Oh!
Where is he? Spill the beans.
Who?
You know who I'm talking about.
Luke?
Luke. Mm-hmm.
Well, Luke hasn't been the same since the band broke up.
I knew it. That's good. He's been slumped.
And I think he's upstairs chilling.
Just chilling?
Just chilling.
He's always doing that. Alright, let's get it.
Alright, thank you, let's go.
Yeah, what do you want? Where are you? I'm so sorry.
Let's turn this off.
Are we getting the boys back together?
Yo, you want in?
Nah. Come on! Ah, you got me.
Yeah!
Yo, I'm getting a buzz.
Yo, hold up, boys. FaceTime.
Alright, big facts.
Dogs! What's good, Matt and Nassim?
Yo, Gustavo! Yo, me and Pep Dog are trying to get the boys back together for one last gig.
You guys haven't sang since the summer of '69.
Yo, we know, but we need to make some money. We're kind of living on scraps here. So when we think we can make some good change off this last performance.
You You know what? I always liked you guys better than One Direction. And that's not saying a lot. I can squeeze you guys into Rock Records if you want to come down March 15th at RMHS, unless you got plans.
Yo, the 15th?
Dude, that's in like 15 minutes.
Yo! Let's go! Let's go, dog!
Keep on rocking it, dogs!
We lost our place. Okay, here we are. And we're back. Well, Backstreet's back. All right. Next up, we have Mike McHugh, who is totally here. Yeah, completely present. Please welcome. Is he actually Mike McHugh?
All right, Mike. You can do this. No one else has this kind of raw talent. Baton twirling is an art form passed through generations of the McHugh bloodline. I have to destroy it up there.
This is gonna be too hard to watch. What made him think spinning a baton would be a good Misster RMHS act?
Starting to get second thoughts. All right. Maybe I shouldn't do baton twirling after all. I gotta do something that's gonna get people's attention. Something cool, something memorable, like ribbon dancing.
What was that, Mike?
Oh, you know, I'm just hanging out.
You know you're not supposed to show everyone just how talented you are. You're supposed to entertain them.
Nah, I see where you're coming from now.
I don't think you do. Is there anything else you could do? Maybe something with a little more flair?
All right, I think you're right. It might be a little late to change my act, but there's something I can do that's gonna win this contest for sure.
Wow, okay. Let's see it.
See what I can do when I really try? Can I be done now?
Yeah, no, that was great, Mike. But you can't leave just yet. You've reeled him in. They're on the edge of their seat, Mike. Is there anything else you can do for a finale?
Oh, I can do a backflip.
You know, Mike, I would love to see you do a backflip, but is there anything else you could do a little more artistic? Mike, I think you should follow your heart.
My heart, huh? Yeah, all right, I think I can do that.
Wait, you're not gonna start juggling or something stupid, right?
Juggling? If I could juggle, I'd be Misster RMHS by freshman year. No. I came here to do art, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Thank you.
Wow, that was actually very well done. Perfectly executed. Almost as if it were scripted. The next contestant is someone we all know and love. Coming at us with the hottest dating advice is Ronan Sauls.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of his classes, but he's actually quite stupid. It's kind of weird. I must say though, he's a decent judge of character.
I'm frankly just amazed at the insight he has at his age. Back in my day, it took some serious marriage counseling to understand people's feelings at the depth he does.
As sophomore class president, I thought I'd be pretty cool, but when I see him, I gotta do it.
Although I am proud of his academic prowess, I cannot help but be somewhat disappointed by how he has chosen to spend his time lately.
I can describe that student in 6 words. He is a scholar and a gentleman. 7 words.
That kid just started showing up to my AP computer science class, and I don't think he's that smart, but he seems to know a lot about what's going on here.
Well, you've heard it from them.
Now get ready to experience the magic for yourself.
This is
R&R.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Ronan Gorham Sauls. Many people have described me as a man who needs no introduction. They lied. Now, I don't normally like to deny people. I'm not that mean of a guy. I'm actually, when it comes to it, more of a lover than a fighter. Oh my God, that's so cool. Can I be you? No, you can't. Also, get out of my act. But I can give you little tips. You see, I live my life following a very, very simple adage. And that is to have game, like all those cool kids say. You gotta think about love like a game in of itself, namely a baseball game. Let's dig into this analogy. Let's see. We have love, represented by this heart here, and we have baseball. That's a baseball diamond, don't judge me. You see, in both of them, there's a lot of similar aspects. It doesn't matter what way you swing. Right hand, left hand, boys, girls, doesn't matter. Go play ball, Tiger. Because in the end, we're doing the same thing. We're bringing it home. Now, wow, Ronan, is that all I need to become as cool as you? No. Stop trying, stop interrupting my act. It's not fun. Though, me being chilled in body and mind by the divines above, I take pity on sad sacks such as yourself. So, we're gonna follow a very simple 2-phase method to land you that girl. Ladies and gentlemen, please, take off your shoes, take off your jacket, get comfortable. This is R&R. We start with phase 1, establishing your interest. We're all familiar with the traditional methods. They begin in the hallways in the classrooms. Think, you're trudging to your next class carrying that 2-ton backpack, anxiously scanning the faceless mob ahead of you, hoping to lock eyes with your soon-to-be sweetheart to establish your interest, you know? Or better yet, last couple minutes of class, you scoot over to the crush's desk and you say, hey, let's talk about the homework that night. I still have sweet nightmares. Anyways, these methods are ineffective. They don't get the job done, and here's why. Especially in my situation, you're relying on people so wildly below your intellect to understand techniques that require at least 600 IQ, if not more. Something's been lost in translation between divine and Neanderthal, so we need to think of something new. I have just that. You know that whole locking eyes things I mentioned earlier? Don't leave that to fate. Start memorizing their school schedule. Follow them all around, keep eyes on them. Make sure they don't see you, but watch them all around. I actually have a notebook here of this girl I was following. Her name's Susan Blue. You see, her license plate is 1RGV11. She usually goes to walk at 217. She likes Mr. Skian as a teacher, which I didn't think anyone would like him as a person. So. In reality, though, I don't appreciate that negative reaction. This isn't stalking by any means. The term I use is romantic surveillance. It looks great on court records. Anyways, once you feel like you're starting to get a hang of this, you know exactly where they live without them knowing, of course, start being a bit more forward. Start leaving notes, saying such things, you know, I love you, your secret admirer, call me. Make sure your point's starting to get across. These notes should be placed anywhere you can get your hands on. Really think about lockers, binders, anywhere they can't stop looking. Keep doing this around so they know that there's someone watching. Romantically, of course, please don't look at me like that. You see, once you're comfortable with this, once they're getting the message, you should really start to dig in, start making your move and ask them out on a date. Now this specific date card should be a bit more in their face than the other ones before, because they probably learned to avoid you everywhere, so you need to make sure they get it. I usually recommend stealing their backpack because they can't go to school without their backpack. Works great. It's not theft, it's for romance, it's okay. So the note itself should be attention-grabbing, but not gaudy, elegant, but yet tasteful. I usually like to use something like, you see this little teddy bear here? Yeah. And the note itself doesn't have to be too forward. It doesn't need to be verbose. All you should just say is like, what I usually write is like, please date me. And then for actually putting this note on the bear, what you can do is... Now, if I saw this in my locker, I would say yes. Anyways, with that in place, and then knowing that you're coming for them for a date, it's time to move on to phase 2, the date itself. I gotta commend you. You made it this far, Tiger. Normally people don't. I mean, everything compared to this was child's play, fit for the children you all are. So, for actually thinking about the date, you gotta think about, where's the date gonna be? Luckily, Reading, being the hub of society it is, it's a lie, you got quite a few options to choose from. We have our horribly mediocre parks, which is cliche, but gets the job done. We have a restaurant, which makes sure they foot the bill, but otherwise works fine. The only place I would heavily discourage is the movies. Last time I went there, things got a little messy. Turns out I am the bad guy for not telling my date beforehand that we were going to binge watch the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films and him working at a pizza place is intolerant to her dairy allergy. I'm sorry, Susan. Talk about it in therapy. I really loved her, okay? Anyways, with the date location in mind, let's move on to the contents of the meat and potatoes of the date. And given the fact you all decided to come here to a place where you don't have to talk and just sit and laugh, I'm going to go on a limb and say you all are terrible at social interaction. Worry not, you sad, sad people. Being chiseled in both body and mind, as I said before, I've developed alongside the French some tips for talking, because they speak the language of love, and so do I. You see, they developed this method, which in our tongue is the R-O-N-A-N method. In theirs, the method Ronan. So let's go along with this little analogy here. We start a beautiful name, and just gorgeous, with the letter R. What does R stand for? It stands for recitation from the heart. It's always good to get a jump on conversation. Don't wait for them to make the first move. You don't want to say anything original though, because anything you say can and will be used against you in court of law. It happened to me, it happened to you. So I recommend saying things that other people have said. That way you can't get charged for anything. You have a couple options. There's Shakespeare, but that's cliche, and I don't know what he says, so I don't do that. You also have pop lyrics. This is what I usually go for, something more modern, pop lyrics. Everyone's familiar with that. You guys all know, like Ed Sheeran, the Leprechaun guy? Yeah. On my last date, I actually whipped out a little bit of his chorus, which if I could recite it for you all and see how it goes over. Let me set this. I'm in love with the shape of you. My bed sheets still smell like you. What? I'm in love with the shape of you. Frankly, it moves our hearts to tears. We're not done here. Please save the applause for that. But we've moved on to our next letter, which is O for okay, you say. So once you've finished speaking and reciting some beautiful, beautiful song lyrics that aren't creepy at all, you make sure you give your date a chance to speak. You don't want to domineer the conversation. Nobody likes that. So make sure you're listening and responding appropriately. But giving thoughtful and considerate responses can really drag up here. We don't want to tire the big man out. So what I prefer to do is think of a response that shows you're listening, but also isn't too complicated. Something I find works great for this is that simple four-letter word, okay. It's so versatile. Here's a few test scenarios. Hey, I just got a new dog. All right. Man, that physics test did not go well for me. Okay. This whole relationship thing, I don't mean to be rude, but I don't think it's gonna work out. Okay. There's no way for them to misconstrue what you're saying, because you're only saying one word. Moving on, we move to the letter N for newspaper or something similar. It's bound to happen that as the night goes on, conversation's going to start to drag. It's going to get boring. So I recommend bringing along and for newspaper, something similar. You know, if you ever feel like conversation's really starting to drag, just whip out phone, whatever. They won't care. I never bothered to ask, but look where I am now. Usually they leave by then, sorry. With that out of the way and your entertainment confirmed, let us move on to the next letter, A, for analogies. Makeup. Now, whenever you're forced into a very uncomfortable situation where you have to give a response that's longer than simply okay, make sure your response includes analogy to all of your past relationships. I'm going to repeat the examples from earlier. Hey, I just got a new dog. So did my ex-girlfriend. Man, that physics test did not go well for me. Told the same thing to my boyfriend. I really don't think this is going to work out. You're lucky. I usually break up with all of my partners. See, by doing this, you're not being mean by any standard. What you're doing is letting them know that you are a product in demand. They have to move fast like Granny on Black Friday if they want a piece of this man. Trust me, it works. With that in mind, we move on to our last letter, N. And just as it ends a gorgeous name, so it ends a flawless method. N stands for never contact again. So once you had your date, you make sure to read and you enjoy your time, I want you to go home and sit. Just couch, bed, wherever, and just sit and think for a little bit. I had fun with that person, but I really didn't think that things clicked. Something just wasn't there. I mean, it must have been her, right? She didn't understand what I was doing. I'm a genius, right? Of course, Roman, it's not your fault. No, I just think it's her. I think that it'd be best if we didn't stay together because she's just not of your intelligence level. It's their fault. It's not you, it's never you. So it's better to just save yourself the pain and end. Never contact them again.
Fellas took some notes. There were some killer pointers in there.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please get ready to be imported into a new dimension.
This next act will take you through time while looking real fine.
Please give a warm welcome to Will Keating.
absolutely breathtaking. That was the best way to close out of our acts. To now give time for our judges to choose our winner, let's see if there are any other winners in the audience tonight. Who wants to do some rap blows? Hey, come on, do rap blows. let's finally crown our winner. I think things are so much shaky. Can the trophy come down now? Please? Oh, it's a coming. Now to bring out the contestants. No. So apparently, we've just been told that we don't have a winner yet to crown, so we're gonna do a Q&A. Is there anything that you want to tell the audience about yourself?
No.
That was very helpful in the stalling process. What about for our honey Gary?
I mean, not particularly.
On to Farmer Will.
I am the thickest farmer alive.
Michael Lane.
You guys want me to hit the chute?
Wyatt Midnight.
I think we just all want to see Michael Lane hit the chute again, please.
We stalled long enough and now they actually have the winner. So, sorry, yes. So, let's reveal the winner. So, come on out, baby. She's batty, she knows it. The winner of the 2019 Misster RMHS. Wait, I didn't read it. Riley Doe.